What's going on, everybody?
Hey y'all.
Welcome back to another episode of What Are You? Welcome to final week. Let's get it.
Woohoo.
Final countdown. Yes, here we are. Finals week. Or I guess I always say finals week, even though like there's another week after this.
Lort.
Yeah. And so, we hope that this week and next week will give you all the good vibes and all the good grades as you do countless of all-nighters because I don't know, procrastinated or you study extra hard or something like that.
Or you're just taking 16 credits like me.
Oof, oof. All right. Um, as everyone knows, like this is our season finale, which I'm very, very excited about. So yeah, let's start with some check-ins. Aja, how you doing?
Okay. I'm here. I did the invisible glasses push to just, I don't know, that's where my brain is. I'm on autopilot right now. I have a lot to do. A lot of things have been happening recently. A lot of frustrations with the internet in particular. Um, yeah, I'm so stressed that I took off my nails and I have been biting at my nails, which is not good. So that's where I'm at, sis. I'm I'm okay. I'm okay.
You are.
How
It's
about
a
you? How you doing?
doing great. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, man. Like, we're doing it. We're writing the
Mhm.
papers. We're studying for the exams. We're just making it happen. And look, for all the people who are listening to this at like 3 in the morning, trying to keep yourself awake, like, you're fine. Take that nap. Chill out. Drink that water. Take that sip.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
drink the water.
Hydrate. Take care of yourself. And know that you only have 2 weeks to deal with this. And no matter what, it's going to end after these 2 weeks. And it's going to be winter break, y'all. I'm so excited.
True. And if you're
Um,
listening to this at 3 a.m., I appreciate you. That's some dedication right there.
yes, for sure. I hope you're not listening to this at 3 in the morning. I hope you're just
Yeah.
going to sleep. But to those night owls out there, yes. Hello, welcome to the season finale. What are you?
Hey y'all.
But speaking about the end of the semester, we made it to by far the craziest year that I can honestly think of when it comes to just my lifetime, which is 2020. This is it.
Yes.
We are in the last month of 2020, and I could not be more excited. Now, like the optimist in me is like holding myself back because, 2021 is not going to be like it's not going to be like a Disney fairy tale where everything just magically changes or magically
Hmm.
gets cured. But to like think of the 12 months that we've been in, like, ooh, it's just been such a ride. You know what I mean? Um,
Absolutely.
and there's just so many things coming up on like 2021. I'm just super excited about. Like, you know, it's weird because like most of the things that I'm hyped about are things that just didn't happen in 2020. March Madness didn't happen in 2020. That just got shut down. You know what I'm saying? Um, what was it? There's gonna be like new anime, like My Hero Academia is coming out. I'm super
And the
excited.
Demon Slayer movie. Oh, I'm
Yes,
so
yeah.
excited.
Ah, so many things.
All right.
Super excited. The Olympics are happening next year.
Okay,
Think
but
about
why
that.
though?
Well, they were supposed to happen this year and they didn't,
Yes.
and so
Uh-huh.
now, like, hopefully, crossing fingers that everything's good in the neighborhood and we can all just like watch some hype Olympic sports.
I
Am
wonder
I
if the
excited for
USA
curling yet
athletes will
again?
be allowed to
Yes.
participate since we have the highest COVID cases.
You know what? We'll see some rising stars from all over the world, and that's what I'm more excited about. I want to
Okay.
see the next Usain Bolt. I just love the Olympics. I haven't, it like makes me excited. Just makes me like, super excited and super happy and stuff like that. Um, and it's just like so many goodbyes in 2020. Like, so many shows
Goodbye,
that
Chadwick
like,
Boseman. Goodbye, RBG.
well, they're not gone. slash like I'm still gonna remember them next year.
We're still going to remember them. These are icons that
Yes.
if I ever have children, they will know about. Oh,
Oh,
okay, here's the thing. I'm not down with gremlins, all right? I got 38 first cousins. I ain't planning to have no gremlins.
I just love when you said that. It's just like, when I have children, if it just like did the face too. I was like, okay. To the
There's a
future
reason.
children who might be watching this. Apologies. But no, I was thinking about like just like shows ending and like, I thought about that mostly when I said like goodbye to like 2020. Like I think like one memorable show that I like remember is like Steven Universe. Like that ended. I didn't think about it as much, and like that really hit. Like it really hit home, and it was really good.
That's Cartoon
Supernatural.
Network, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So it was.
I didn't grow up with a TV in the house, so like the only cartoons I got to watch were Boomerang and Adult Swim. When I was at my like grandparents, I'd stay up until 3 a.m. as a kid watching Adult Swim for some reason.
It's like I just want to see an anime, please. Like.
Yes, for real
Uh,
though.
um, but yeah, no, I think like that ended. Supernatural ended for like the 15th season, if not 15 years, which is like
That's
wild.
crazy.
Um, and yeah, like there's just like a lot of like the sports world, like the bubble. We got to see that bubble happen. Like, the Stanley Cup came and went when it came to like hockey, as did like college sport. So it's just been like a weird goodbye and farewell to all the things. And I'm just like so excited for all the new things that we potentially could watch either via virtually or via like live in front of us. And so super, super
Yeah.
excited about all those
Honestly,
things.
I'm really excited to see what traveling artists do for next year because there's so many opportunities to do like virtual concerts. I know that I think Fortnite has held some like virtual concerts for
Oh
their platform
yeah.
before. There was that virtual concert that Tina Shay or Tinashe had through I think it was like streamed on YouTube too. It was really great.
Oh yeah. Like there's a bunch of I think there's a lot of like EDM artists as well that did
I
like a lot
think
of or
I
actually,
also
yeah,
think Kay
no.
Tronada is doing something virtually too.
Yeah. And so I mean like I think what was it? There's one I think it was EDC actually that it was like nothing but like electronic artists. And so I was just like, all right, cool, I'll keep this live stream going. And I just like, turn on the lights and like just like listen to music. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm vibing. Like this, isn't the best experience, but this is some new music by some artists I love and couldn't get better. Um, so yeah,
I mean, one thing that virtual concerts are better for is if you are the type that likes to get lifted or drunk at concerts, you can do it in the safety of your home versus being thrown out by a bouncer. So
Aja.
I'm just saying, I'm not that person though. That's absolutely not me. But you do you, if you do.
Going off of the spirit of saying goodbye, we're going to talk about like one positive, one negative, and one memorable moment from 2020, which is really hard. I know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like, well, I guess like one memorable moment for sure was towards this like fall semester. So I'm going into practicum next semester, which is really exciting. And so I hadn't seen anybody, honestly, when it came to, just like my classmates, my cohorts, anything like that. And so we were supposed to have like a mandatory meeting of like all of us meeting and all of us like doing like, intro to like practicum and what we expect to see slash like do in January, right? And so we all start popping in and I'm just like, calling people out. I'm like, yo, how you doing? Da 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 da. I'm like, one of the professors is like, yo, why are you so hyped? I was like, because I haven't seen anyone in like eons. Like this is literally like an anime time skip. This is great. I love this. Like this gets me hyped to see and do things with people. And I think that was just really good to kind of like embrace because like out of all the things that's been going on, like I think like seeing them kind of got me back to like reality of like, oh, like, you're doing it. Like this is the final year of your, grad school. And so now it's like hitting me to a place where I'm just like, oh my God, this is happening. So I'm like just really excited. So if anything, that's what's pushing me through this like last week, so I can just, meet them up all again in the near future. And hopefully someone in the cohort is watching / like listening to this. One positive, I'm gonna say, I think like I'm gonna break it down to the engagements and the newborns that have been like happening throughout this year. I know a lot of my friends have, become their idols, such as Kobe Bryant, and become girl dads. And I'm like, that's so fucked up. Like, and they're so good. Like, I already knew they're good people, and I already knew they were going to be amazing fathers. And so, like, just seeing them with like their daughters and sons and stuff like that, like, I get so excited. And I'm just like, y'all are doing it. Like, and so I always get super excited to see them like do things. And like all the engagements, like, I know people are like, if I have to hear one more engagement, I'm a flip. No, I'm really hype about like all my friends who are getting engaged right now. Like, honestly, like this is the time to do it. It's super cheap. Honestly, you don't need like a huge proposal clearly to show your affection and love. If it's true love, like make it happen. Drop down on that one knee or not. Don't
Drop
do a
down on that
traditional.
one knee.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I've just been so excited for all the people who've been like, getting engagements left and right. And like, I cannot wait. That just means just like, hop on those like, weddings, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be super excited for those receptions. And just like super excited just for their journey through intimacy and love. And like, man, it's just so great. I guess like the one negative, and this is hard.
Just the one?
Just the one. You got to narrow it down. I think like the biggest scare for me was my beautiful little niece. I love her to death. Like she's like the pride and joy of my family. She got COVID for a little bit, and I was like, "What do you mean?" And so like she's very young. She's like in middle school. So I was like, what do you have? What do we need to do? Like, because at that point we threw away the Latinx school of medicine, which is just Vicks, water, vapor rub, you know what I mean? Like we threw that away and we're like, what do you need? Like for real, like we need to like hammer it down. We need to make sure you're okay. And so like, I kept tabs on her, like, for the full 14 days and like, kept calling her, kept, just making sure she wasn't bored in the room and stuff like that. Which is great because now she's out. She's like, she's negative, and I'm like super excited about that. But that was definitely like a scare for literally our entire family. And we're just like, don't stay home. Like, don't go to school. Like, we'll teach you. Like, you're not even street smart. Like, we'll teach you the ways. And so yeah, that was probably like the one negative. And I only say like it's one negative just because it's like it showed us a lesson of how grateful we are for our family. No matter if like we're like all yelling and like screaming and stuff like that, like we still look out for each other. We'll still look out, in times of need, especially during that time. And yeah, I think like, it just gave us a little bit more appreciation for like what's in store for us in the future, and just kind of, giving our daily graces and thanking the universe, the deity, everything energy wise, that she's good and healthy and sprinting like crazy now back home. So yeah. What about you, Aja? One positive, one negative, and one memorable moment of 2020.
Okay. Memorable moment. Just, I'm trying, it's kind of like the whole phenomenon of Twitter reacting to Chadwick Boseman's death.
Yeah.
Um, just the sheer outpour of humanity I saw on social media that day, mainly on Twitter, because I use Twitter a lot. Twitter and Instagram, I would say. But, and just like hearing the news, it was just like, what? What just happened? What did you just say? No. And then seeing this outpour of empathy, sympathy, compassion, um, for his family and the people who, were touched by him. It was just really memorable to see that kind of reckoning in 2020, even though we're not able to be fully in person to fully um, experience this together, if that makes sense. Uh, One negative thing, um, had a lot of loss and scares this year. My partner actually got COVID, so I was pretty scared for him for a while, and it was really hard not to see each other for, I want to say, like 2.5 months after he got his negative test, just to make sure that there wasn't anything else, especially because I'm immunocompromised. Um, I lost my jobs and then I got them back, but just that initial loss was really hard to deal with because it's like, wow, what am I going to do for income? What am I going to do when XYZ occurs?
Mhm.
This is coming up. I need to figure out a way to pay this. And I'm the kind of person who refuses to ask for financial help, even when I need it, because in my mind, you worked for that money. I don't want to take that from you. Because it's like the Latinx and Creole side of me being like, no, that's your money. Keep it. I don't want it. Like I don't even ask my partner to like buy me XYZ. I that's your money. I don't want you to use that like that on me. That's just the kind of person I am. Um, a positive thing that happened this year. I'm trying to think of the one that I want to talk about because there were a lot of great things that happened this year.
Yeah.
Um, I would say that I think my positive is, I think it is. Um, it's kind of a double-edged sword because there was this national reckoning about racial justice in our country, and that reverberated around the world. So my positive would be saying that um, that wave was pretty much everywhere.
Yep.
There were the conversations about what had happened everywhere. Um, but with time, that has died out. The media representation has died out. The support has decreased a little bit, but well, more than a little bit. A lot of people did performative activism and not necessarily taking the time to educate themselves or placing the burden of educating them on their BIPOC peers, friends, family. Um, so I would say that it's positive that that reckoning occurred and the sheer amount of initial support that it got. But that's what I say, that I'm acknowledging that it's a double-edged sword of where those things should not have taken place in order for this to happen. And there was a lot of backlash and demonization and dehumanization of BIPOC communities. So That's
that's a little rough positive. However, yes, I
yeah.
do get the driving point that,
Okay, I just want to make sure
with,
that's getting
yeah,
through.
no, I did. Within these, like, within all the events that have happened, specifically within the 2020 year,
Hmm.
it's been an outcry for, like, justice, not only here in this state, but in all 50 states and in literal different parts of the world, which, you know, similar to the Chadwick Boseman news, like, I think a lot of people are starting to be like, yo, like, we're together, y'all. Like, we gotta knock this out. We gotta do something. We gotta make something happen.
Hmm.
And so, I think as we depart from this year, like, I think, some of the heroes that we've seen and, look to guidance, we gotta be like them. We gotta be as strong and, like, ambitious and goal oriented like Kobe. We gotta be, like, as kind and as, like, open armed as the king of Wakanda. You know what I mean? Like, we have to be as knowledgeable and search for knowledge like Alex Trebek, which heck me a little bit. You know what I mean? And so and so, like, I give everyone who's listening to this, like, all this because, like, we're still here. We
Hmm.
made it to December, and we're going to continue on into 2021. No, it's not going to be a easy going ride. But I'm just so happy this year. Like, I know it's a cliche, but I'm so happy this year's over, dog. Like, it's woo. It's kind of funny because, in the beginning, um, like, I think like an hour before this, I listened to the episode that we did in season 3 way back in January, with me, Alma, and Chelsea, and, like, just kind of the goals that we had. They still kind of, like, came out, some of them. Um, but, like,
Sorry.
it's kind of crazy how, like, life kind of threw a universal wrench in everyone's plan almost. Um, and, like, we're still talking, we're still communicating, we're just pivoting into, like, new avenues and new opportunities that lie before us. And, if you're going to take anything away from here, like, you know, there's new opportunities that lie ahead in the next year, and take them with, like, as much grip as you can, because you don't know when there might be another transition or something like that. So you might as well just seize the moment and, take advantage of it. Um, which is,
Absolutely.
yeah, which is why I always like doing this episode after Thanksgiving, because it's like, you know, the meaning of that holiday we're not going to talk about, but the gratitude I
Or
have
the history of
for,
Black
but the gratitude I have for not only this, show, but to you, Aja, Terry, you
Friday.
know, to the people who, like, got me to this, to podcasting in the first place. Like, that's, I'm truly, truly humbled and truly, truly grateful to be in this, like, space in the universe at this time, which is, like, the statistics alone are, like, improbable, but, like, it's kind of like that kind of outwardly optimism that I have, for just everybody. You know what I mean? Just happiness and peace will come after these weeks. Okay. You know, so yeah, with that, everyone go have a wonderful, winter break. I'm not going to say
Finals
the
week.
holiday. Yeah. Have a wonderful finals week. It's going to be fine. Some of y'all might
Uh,
cry. Some of y'all might be so tired. But guess what? There's an end that's going to happen, and you're going to lay in bed, on a couch, in a car, and you're going to take a deep breath. You're going to be like, oh, that was a pretty hard semester. You're going to be like that Kevin Hart bit where he's like, we almost lost you, didn't we? Like, whatever. Um, and, just breathe. You know what I mean? Like, take it all in and just be like, oh, well, I can't wait to tell my grandbaby about this one. It's like, because it's been such a hard semester, and, like, give yourself a pat on the back, Aja. You're doing 16 credits during a pandemic. Ridiculous. Crazy.
oh, one positive thing that happened. Yeah, no, so this connects to finals. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. I was
But
like,
but
okay.
so I did a buttload of work in the beginning of the semester for my biology course. And because I did that and I got all these extra points, I will not have to take the last 2 exams in that biology course, and I will still end up with an A.
Look at that. A for Aja.
No, when I had the meeting with my professor and she told me that, I legit started tearing up. I was like, what did you say?
What did you say? All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, good. That's great. See,
Gosh, yeah.
look at that. Killing it with 16 credits during a pandemic. Look at you. And look at you, viewer, listener. You're doing amazing too. You're going to pass that class. You're going to knock it out. You're going to be great. And
You gonna be great. Go be amazing,
the
sweetheart.
semester, be careful, be safe, wear a mask.
Yes.
Like if you
social distance, wear a mask, wash your hands.
Yes. Like, say hi to your grandma, like from a distance, you'll be fine.
Do not gather with people outside of your household. This is a Colorado mandated order. Listen to it.
Wait,
curb the pandemic. Yeah. They're telling you not to gather with people outside of your household.
I'm like looking around. I'm like, but yeah, no, like definitely just be careful, be safe. We want to hear from y'all in 2021, and we can't wait to see y'all in 2021.
Come back for another season.
Yes. So see y'all in the next season of What Are You?
Oh, wait, do we get it?
I think we